Hello!
Hi, everybody!
Hi! We are here to help unpack our next packet. If you had a wonderful Easter, or if you're watching this a little early, I hope that you have a wonderful Easter. We have a wide variety of things we are working on. This activity packet is more paper centered, as you'd see, worksheets centered. As you see, there are some manipulatives coming out and more things they can get their hands on, and we have more of those that will be coming in the weeks ahead. But for right now, while we're creating those, we have paper packets here, and we are just going to go through them. And as always, these are always just springboards. There's not exactly a right and wrong, and no one's being graded, and in fact you don't need to turn in the papers. It's wonderful. We love seeing you work. When we opened the packets and saw work, we were like, look at what they did. Oh, they worked so hard on it. It was wonderful. We definitely had a reaction that we were happy to see it. But for that, we would love it if you would send us pictures, whether you feel like you want them on the class page, or if you feel like you would rather send them privately. That's fine, whatever your preference is. But of course, everybody loves to see each other's activities and what they've been doing. So yes, we do not need the work back, but we do appreciate having those manila folders back,
Yes,
and the
hours.
attendance. Yes, the hours. Those will be very good and helpful. So now that we've got that order of business out of the way, let's look and see what we have in our packet. We are introducing the letter sound P. So we will be finishing up. So last week we did C, and so we did the sound S. So we are kind of reviewing that because, I mean, who doesn't do space and senses without talking about sound? But
Solar system.
that's right. But we will be doing P. We will be adding P into what we've already been working with. So you'll hear lots of S and P this week. Did you want to start off with what you have?
So first we have the coloring sheet for planets. And that's for you to color. You can color all of them in one day, or you can color one planet for each day, whatever is easier for you. Then we have other coloring sheets.
Definitely.
Like the planets of our solar system.
And while it is a coloring sheet, of course it is a springboard for you to dive deeper and say, hey, let's learn about Neptune today, or hey, let's learn about Mercury. And so that continual exposure helps develop that interest, and so you can start to talk about those things and learn about those things, and they'll have more of a foundation for what is that.
We have other more coloring sheets. This is the Earth. We have growing, and then we
Springtime.
Yes.
Got it.
And then we have a apple tree. So that's for you to color and trace. And after you're done with that, you can cut out the apples and glue them on the tree. And next we have a cutting the dotted line activity. So you go ahead and start here with a little scissor, and you cut all the way through, cross where you reach the shape.
You know, we didn't, oh, it's coming up, never mind.
And then we also provided a activity where you have to match the shape. So we'll have some shapes inside of a little plastic baggie, and that's for you to keep. This doesn't come back to us. This is for you to keep, and you just match the shapes.
Okay, and next thing that I was like, oh, you know what we forgot? But we didn't. We've got it. We are under control. We have This baggie actually has 2 elements to it, but don't be confused. They're not one activity. They are different. So the first one, I hope it was a wonderful Easter, everyone. Inside your Easter egg, you will find, to practice your fine motor skills, clay. Similar to Play-Doh, a little bit more firm, yeah, and so it's very good. Let them do their creations, make what they would like, but it really, really works those hand muscles, helps with the fine motor skills. Yes, it will help them with everything from cutting to writing in the future. The next thing we have is we have a collage. Also in the bag, we have a space-themed collage. I started one. So we have in our bag, we have chalk. You can draw your stars. I did it kind of like quick, just simple, like here's some stars, and I stuck some fun stars on there. You also have some stars, also to help with that fine motor skill. You have them as best as they can. I know with the little stars it's hard, and so of course if you need to help them, that's fine. But working on that skill as best as they can to their ability, pulling those off and sticking them on their space collage. We have some fun ones in here. We also have some little Easter goodies from us in there. Oh, mine is still at home. You didn't know I brought Easter goodies too. But we also have a senses page. So we will be going into our senses, and so this one says color the things you can smell. Of course, this is a springboard, and you can use this activity however you'd like. You can follow the instructions and color the things you can smell, or you can color the things you can smell first, or you can talk about what sense they are, each item is. It is your choice. We have some more tracing here. As we did last week, it's another tracing activity. You can feel free to use it whenever, this week, next week. If you need to save it for another week, that's fine. And this is a fun activity. Jesus knows what I'm good at. The Baxter family is playing at the park. Can you circle and name what they are doing, showing something that they are good at? Then draw yourself in the picture doing something you're good at. What do you like to do? Feel free to put this on here so we can see that. And we have our dictation sheet. For dictation, you can choose to have a magazine cut out if you'd like pictures, and put on here, and we can, what you would do, or what the teacher would do, is write down what the student says about the picture. In my son's class, they are now actually letting them draw a picture and then talk about it. So however you want to use this is their time, the time that you can start to write down what they say, and they can feel that confidence that I wrote a story, or I wrote something that people would value. And lastly, from my pile, it's a silly worksheet from music class. And so it says, can you find the 11 instruments hidden below? So see if you can find all 11. You don't have to circle them or anything. Just, it could be a fun activity you can do. And then go ahead and, it's a silly picture. You can color it as you would like. And then this one is one that you can do together. You can say, which ones make music? So you can say, yes, this one makes music, but this one doesn't make music, and draw lines from them. And again, it's another springboard. Yeah, fun activity that gets them talking about things in the world around them, because we are working towards increasing vocabulary, increasing cultural exposure in all of this.
Okay, so this is a sheet, and it says on there, it says Mom
and Dad,
and Dad know best. And it's important to listen to your parents. They want you to keep you safe and healthy. So So what you're going to do is you're going to circle the picture in each row that fits the pattern below.
This is a patterns and sequencing activity.
Okay, so that's that paper. And then you have another one, and it's called Listening to Friends. And what you're going to do is you're going to find that it says that number 1, they want you to color them pink. And then on there also this is the number 2. And you will color those brown. So it's a number and also a coloring page. And you can get to know your colors and numbers as well. That's a very fun coloring activity.
There's a mystery surprise. What will
Yes,
it be?
what will it be?
Well, fun. Thank you. We look forward to seeing the work.
Yes.
Hearing from you. We look forward to our daily greeting time with you, and we appreciate this time, and we hope you are loving the fun things that are being sent home, and there'll be more variety to come.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Have a good day.